dissolves.
What's going on, guys? Menthol here. This is gonna be kind of a rough video, and my intention is not to any way divide my subscribers or say that I hate liberals or anything like that. I kind of just wanted to share with you guys my story, kind of walking away from the whole democratic liberal side of the fence. And like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I just wanted to share my side of the story. Okay, this is a rough video. It's probably top 3 hardest videos I've ever had to make, so just bear with me. Yeah, so back when I was probably 17 years old, I remember having a talk with my dad, who passed away, rest in peace. I remember having a talk with him, and I've always been a hardcore liberal my whole life. Like, hardcore. For me, every Republican was racist. They don't know what they're talking about. They're old white men with gray hair and suits that are racist, sexist. They're just the worst type of people. Anyways, I remember having a talk with my dad, and I was this young punk rock dude, anti-government, anti-establishment, fuck everything. And I talked with him, and he's a Republican, or was. And I remember talking with him, being like, how can you be a Republican? They don't know what they're talking about. They're a bunch of racists. They're looking out for themselves. They're the 1%. They're rich. They're not looking out for the people. And I remember him laughing, and I got so mad. I was so pissed at him. And he ended up being like, one day you're gonna be conservative, or at least have conservative values. And I got so pissed. I was like, how dare you? I know what the fuck's going on. I made it seem like I had it all figured out. I knew what was going on. I had it all figured out. And years later, and anyways, I won't tell you the whole story, but he ended up passing away. And when he passed away, I still had those liberal values. And keep in mind, he wasn't like a hardcore Republican. We never talked about politics. He was just a Republican, lived his life, never pushed his values onto me, nothing like that. Amazing guy. And he passed away, and probably, 5 years later, maybe 4 years later, so we'll say 3 years ago, I remember talking to someone, I don't remember who, but it was about freedom of speech, and how I say cunt too much, I say fuck, I curse too much. That's just who I am. I like that shock value. Maybe it's attention seeking, I don't know. But I like that, and I remember someone being like, that's so offensive, you could offend someone. And so that kind of sparked this, that planted a seed in me to be like, fuck that, I should be able to say whatever I want if it's not causing actual bodily harm or threatening anybody. I should be able to say what I want, and so should you. And so, like I said, that kind of planted a seed in me to where I was like, who the fuck do they think they are, trying to silence me or censor who I am as a person or what I want to say. Keep in mind, sometimes I did go over the top, and I would just say stuff just to be offensive, for shock and awe, and it was probably attention seeking. But that kind of sparked it, and as a couple years later, let's say 2 years ago, I came across a Ben Shapiro video, and I went into it thinking, oh my god, this stupid little white conservative cuck, he's gonna say some shit, and I can't wait to make fun of him. I'm gonna ridicule him the whole time. And I ended up watching the video, the whole thing, and he started off by talking about, he pretty much covered everything that I disagreed with the Republicans on. And instead of coming at me with, oh, you're just a piece of shit liberal, he came at me with facts and statistics and all these things where it's like I couldn't argue with it. I couldn't talk back to the screen and yell at him. I just had to listen and just take it in and be like, fuck, he's right. And I wish I remembered exactly what he said, but in one of his videos, he was talking about the liberal agenda. And I know this sounds like Republican propaganda, like I'm just some clone of his that's just following his every move. But I remember he said something, and it was just like, pew! and all of a sudden it was like the red pill moment. It wasn't like it had a gradual build, but then all of a sudden he said something, and it was just like, it was like the wool got, what's the phrase? Everything just became so real, and I just like had to sit there. I paused the video and I just sat there and I was just thinking about shit. I had to like rethink my whole life and how my dad was right the whole time, and that like everything was a lie. That sounds crazy to think. It sounds so dramatic, but it was almost like the part where Neo finally gets sucked into like the real world and out of the Matrix. It was such a mind-blowing experience for me. And I just gotta say, first off, shout out to all the other walkaway videos who did like amazing. I've been so nervous to make this only because it's hard to follow all those videos. They're so good. And I can't come at you with a bunch of statistics and everything. I just wanted to share with you guys that moment of just like clarity. And then after that moment, I was like, I have to do more research. I started watching Jordan Peterson. I think it started out with Milo though, like in the beginning with Milo Yiannopoulos, and that like, it's kind of like that gritty, offensive, kind of in your face banter of him calling people out. It's kind of like that shock factor, and I kind of got a few laughs out of that. But it was that Ben Shapiro video that just kind of was like complete clarity for me. And from then on out, it was like I couldn't take anything any liberal news source said seriously, because everything they're saying has been proven a lie by all this stuff that I've watched. Like Louder with Crowder, Steven Crowder, amazing. Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson. Those are like the three guys that give me like an honest facts. I feel that they're honest, and I know they have they're Republicans, and so they're gonna give me their Republican viewpoint. And obviously, I don't agree with them on like 100% of the things they say, but that's like their values and the things they talk about. It's just the whole. It's like really overwhelming for me to talk about because I'm so nervous on what to say. You know, hanging out with friends and stuff, and people fuck Trump, fuck Trump. It's so hard to. You just have to go along with it because you can't reason with them. You can't be like, I like some of his policies. The economy is at a turning point. Things are starting to look up, because there's no way you can reason with them, with many people, and even Republicans on that hand. If there's a lot of things these days with politics that you can't have like an open dialogue, and I think that's the hardest part. Having dialogue between the left and the right. It's so divided, and it sucks. It really does. I'm always open to sit down and talk with people about these things. I wish I was smarter. I should do more research, but I just know what I believe. And after I saw that video, and I've been watching videos like that for a long time now, I've just realized that my dad was right the whole time. So if Dad, you're somehow hearing this or whatever, you were right. And yeah, I saw a walkaway video of this lady, this gay lady, who was talking about how it was harder to come out as a conservative to her friends than it was to come out as gay, only because people will literally just X you out of their lives. If you're a Trump supporter, you're automatically considered a racist, bigot, sexist, all number of things. And it's a lot of name calling, a lot of bashing, a lot of personal attacks. And when you try and come back with, anything logical, try and come back to them with any like statistics or reason, you just can't, and that's what sucks. And I guess it probably happens on both sides, and it's just such a toxic situation. I wish people could like sit down and talk. I feel like if a lot of people, this is kind of a reach, but I feel like if a lot of people actually sat down and looked at both sides instead of just picking one side and watching that side, say the left or the right, they would actually get some perspective and realize what they actually care about, instead of just sticking to one side their whole life and not listening to the other side or just ignoring that side. This has been the worst walkaway video. I just had to share this, and yeah, shout out to everybody else that did those walkaway videos. There's some good ones out there, and I know this one doesn't compare, but I just had to share it, and it's been eye-opening and frustrating and amazing, and I feel amazing after I realize what my values are after just getting a new perspective and not caring about what people think of you and what you're supposed to think. Oh, you're an African American, so you have to be a Democrat who supports Obama, who hates Trump. Oh, you're a white 30-year-old guy, so you have to be a Trump supporter or whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna end it. I'm just wasting your time, but I just wanted to share this video. Like I said though, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I just wanted to share why I left the liberal side of the fence, and I would consider myself probably a conservative now. I'm not a racist, not a sexist, I'm not any of those. Some of the stuff Trump says and does, I don't support. There's a lot of good he does. I just wish people would get rid of this bias thing and just get different perspectives. That's all. I don't care if you're liberal, I don't care if you're conservative. Let's just have open dialogue. I think that's like a good start. So, okay, I want to make sure I don't leave anything out in this, because this could end my fucking YouTube career. So, okay, shout out to everybody that did a walkaway video. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Bye.
Man, I keep my head so high, even though they try to bring me low. And now all of those same people calling my name. It's kinda funny how this shit goes. Man, I keep my head so high, even though they try to bring me low. And now all of those same people calling my name. It's kinda funny how this shit goes. Man, I swear I can't explain all of those days spent in my parents' basement, staying up trying to write these songs so they complain when that bass hits. And my patience keep running thin, cause everyone keep wondering if I'm still at it and still rapping, and where's the album and where I've been. But I've been steady trying to realize a vision with a bank that's full of zeros, but you see the commas missing. So people stop and listen to the heat that y'all been missing, cause I'm sleeping competition when I speak these compositions. Man, I'm G-O-D-M-O-D-E. Yeah, that's the way that I'm feeling. I cannot keep that low key. If you don't like it, then leave. And if I don't see you, so be. I swear that right now, man, I'm feeling so free, cause I keep my head so high, even though they try to bring me low. And now all of those same people calling my name. It's kinda funny how this shit goes. Man, I keep my head so high, even though they try to bring me low. And now all of those same people calling my name. It's kinda funny how this shit goes. Man, I gotta keep it pushing, that's all I can do. You can either hate it or love it, but bruh, it's all up to you. Now I could settle down for real and go and stock up on suits, but that ain't happiness to me, and I can't stop the pursuit. Cause when I hop in that booth, I swear it's off with my roof. I take the worries I had and make them gone like a poof. Me and making shit happen just attract like opposites do. And if you doubt me when I say that, then this song's about you. Man, I'm G-O-D-M-O-D-E. Yeah, that's the way that I'm feeling. I cannot keep that low key. If you don't like it, then leave. And if I don't see you, so be. I swear that right now, man, I'm feeling so free, cause I keep my head so high, even though they try to bring me low. And now all of those same people calling my name. It's kinda funny how this shit goes. Man, I keep my head so high, even though they try to bring me low. And now all of those same people calling my name. It's kinda funny how this shit goes. Man, I keep my head so high. Man, I keep my head so high.